Two teas in a pod, we chat all day. News to film, we got so much to say. Laughs and giggles over our cup of tea. Husband-wife duo making history. Two teas in a pod, that's where you'll find a dose of news with a sip unwind. From the latest flicks to morning chime, tea and talk, it's podcast time. Couch critics with opinions so vast, from the golden age to new recast. Mic in hand, we dig up the past. With each sip, the time goes so fast. Oh, the laughs spill like a drop of tea. Behind the mic, just you and me. Breaking news under the family tree. Podcast dreams come naturally. Every twist in the plot we lay bare. Movie magic moments that we share. With every sip, there's love in the air. Two teas in a pod without a care.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Two Teas in the Pod with Tombi and Tam. How we doing? How we doing?
Evening, all.
Good evening. Yes, thank you very much indeed in the chat for joining us. Usual faces. Good to see you all. Legatus, good to see you, my friend. Abe, how we doing?
Vordy, how you feeling?
How are you feeling, Vord? How's your shoulder doing?
I got fucking awesome taste,
Mate,
don't I?
this cup is so bright. Let me go zoomy in for a second. This cup is so bright. Look. Shock horror. Look at that cup. It's amazing. And yes, my wife knows me too well. Princess in Boots, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, Vordy, how's your shoulder feeling? So for those in the chat, Vordy had some shoulder surgery last week, which he's obviously just recovering from. But it's good to see you. Good to see you. Wow. Well, no streams for the last few days because we've been at the daughters, and Tombi's been laying flooring non-stop for days. And it certainly felt non-stop. And my good God, am I feeling old.
You are old.
Yeah, my back, my shoulders, my knees, my wrists, all my joints. Yesterday, I had to take painkillers for the first time in like 6-7 months just to see if I could sleep. And it was still 4 o'clock in the morning before I actually managed to fall asleep. Absolutely insane.
You'll have to excuse me. I forgot my bum cushion.
You forgot your bum cushion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me half an inch taller.
You've got your kitty swearing jumper on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Hello, look at my little finger. Yes. The little kitty. Vordy says it's meh. Sleeping is meh. Throat still sore from that tube thing. But going better. Ah, right, okay. So they intubated you. That's surprising.
Why? Needed surgery?
No, just very surprised. Because it's not normally the case, not with all surgeries.
It depends on how long you're out for, though.
Yeah.
Depends on how long the surgery's for.
Yeah, granted. Yeah, granted.
But then I was intubated. And I was only in surgery about 25 minutes.
I don't know if I was, but I was definitely longer than I should have been.
Oh, yeah, hours longer than you should have been. And then you were a complete arsehole when you come out.
So back in When did I have the surgery? 2009. It must have been beginning of 2009, end of 2008, beginning of 2009. Because I started working in the railway in 2009. So after I got injured in the armed forces, I had to wait a while before I had surgery on my arm. And what they ended up doing is cutting a long cut down here, and the ulnar bone on this side, they chopped and made smaller. And it was only supposed to be something like an hour and a half surgery. But I think I must have been under for a good 3 hours.
No, it was longer than that. It was nearly 4 hours. And we're sitting in a hospital in Birmingham, so bloody miles away from home. You come out of theatre, went to see you on the ward, and you said, I've had it done, you can fuck off home now. Bearing in mind we had to pick you up again in the morning.
Yep. Yeah, so I remember being in the hospital wing trying to get to sleep. I can't remember seeing you guys at all. But apparently I was very abusive when I came back round from the anaesthetic.
Yes.
Turning around to everybody and saying, no, I'm all right now, you can fuck off. Do one. And bearing in mind, we weren't close to home either. So
about 180 miles away.
I just said, yeah, fuck, you can go home now. Oh, what a bastard. Vordy on the support machine didn't work as planned, so another tube through the nose. Ooh, mate. That's got a scratch. That's definitely got a... But yeah, I certainly feel for you. I feel for anybody that's obviously had surgery. Yeah, definitely. But yes, welcome to 2 T's in the Pod, the regular twice weekly. Twice weekly we're going for.
Might be an extra one.
Yeah.
This week, because there may be a Saturday one because it's the winter solstice. It's the day of the witch.
There will be a surprise show here and there, depending on what days we have free. But certainly the winter solstice is this weekend, so we'll probably throw an additional one on Saturday. Yes.
Yes, 21st Saturday.
Yes. But how are we all doing, chat? How is your Christmas shopping for those people that obviously do Christmases? Now, you don't have to be religious. Just remember as well, guys, you don't have to be religious to embrace the idea behind Christmas. But how's your Christmases going? Who has their Christmas shopping all done?
Not me.
I was going to say, I've almost got everything sorted, ready for Christmas. But there's a couple of things I still need to do. Oh, yeah. Yanni going to sleep with Poppy.
Yeah.
I've also... Yeah, bless her.
Until Rosie comes in, which she is now.
Yeah. Rosie's coming in to spoil the day.
Yeah, as soon as Yanni sees Rosie appearing, she disappears.
Poppy's like, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. Leave me alone. Bless him. How you doing, guys? Abe says, not me. Is that not me? I don't celebrate it, Abe, or not me? My shopping is not complete yet. Are you, Abe? Aren't you just gonna go on holiday to see Daily Dysfunction for Christmas? That'd be the best. That'd be the best gift. And tits, or both at the same time. How you doing, Pete? Good to see you. Oh, bless him. Pete actually bought me a Christmas present on Steam and actually gifted me one of the Hitman games. So, Pete, thank you very much indeed, sir. No, don't worry, Easter Oda. So, it normally is 7:30, but because I'm on holiday now, I don't have to kind of like finish work at 5:30, do some cooking up to 6:30, and then get very little break between work, eating, streams and stuff. So because I'm on holiday for the rest of the year now, we can put it on slightly earlier. So apologies, guys. It will be 7:30 back in next year. Once we've Rosie's eyeing up Poppy's, the other end of Poppy's sofa. She's like, yes,
Yeah.
I shall plan my attack.
I'm just hoping she starts behaving herself.
Yeah, she's been on massive zoomies, and Rosie's been an absolute dickhead today.
Yep.
Absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's into everything.
An arse this afternoon.
Yeah, she's into absolutely everything, being a right pain in the buttocks. But hi everyone, East Rhoda and Dadman walking. Good evening, Tombi and Destiny's Bears. How you doing, brother? It's good to see you. East Rhoda, all cool. I'm currently cooking, watching on the kitchen PC. Now the question is, what is he cooking, chat? I bet he is currently cooking a spaghetti bolognese with garlic bread.
Yeah, Just Eat cooked up a gruesome Chinese.
Yeah, we are, because of good luck with the rest of the stream. I've got to get back to the lurk cave. Yeah, no worries, Pete at all, brother. No worries, Pete at all. You crack on. No worries at all. Yeah, and this, I was gutted to hear this. Absolutely gutted. And I'll bring it up in a second for Tam's benefit, because as soon as I show Tam, she'll realise who it is. So Jeff Legal Vices recently passed away due to heart failure while he was in Seoul. Please subscribe. Get his family a play button. Let me just re-put this up. Play button in his honor. Show his son that his dad was a rock star. Legal Vices. So when we were watching the Amber Turd Johnny Depp, Legal Vices was one of the ones that went on with Nick Ricciardo and a few of the other ones. And he's always been a very stellar guy. Level-headed, jovial, and loves his cigars. Absolutely adores his cigars. Good cigar whiskey man. The typical guy that you could definitely have a laugh with, laugh and joke, never takes himself too seriously. But yeah, so Legal Vices. So the goal is to try and get him up to that 100k, guys. So he is currently 12.5k away from that goal. So I'm just going to put this on screen. Shero Patronum, Legal Vices. And let me go there. And let me go down to one of his... You should recognize him, Tam, from some of the videos that he did with the guys. Let me find his most recent live. I'm just going to mute it so we don't have to worry about anything.
Oh, yeah.
You recognize him now?
Yeah, I like his hat. That's cool.
Yeah, he pretty much always had his hat on. Bless his heart. He pretty much always had his hat on. His moustache and beard was always prim and proper, magnificent bastard he was. But sadly passed away, which is... I couldn't believe it when I saw it on Twitter come through. I was like, you what? And the oddity is that obviously we all exist in a very, very small sphere of community, creators, streamers, you name it. And I say small, it's not, it's massive. There's so many people that intertwine on so many different levels across so many different platforms through so many different kind of like areas of interest. And obviously Legal Vices along the lines of the lawyer route and looking at some of the cases. And of course, the first time I came across him was the unperturbed Johnny Depp, with him, Runkle of the Bailey, Nick Ricciardo, Legal Mindset, and many, many, many others. And it's just such a shame to hear the news. And your heart goes out to their family, of course. So the goal is to try and push everybody across to his channel. Abe, I thought it was so random, but then again, death is. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. Exactly. I mean, the thing is, You can walk out the house and be shit on by a bird, dodge the shit, and then walk in front of a bus as a result, and you go splat.
Yep.
Oh, Rosie's here. Dozy.
One of them really stinks. They are both going in the bath.
Yeah, I think Rosie's been rolling around the daughter's garden, so probably could do with a shower again. And Poppy definitely needs to get into bath.
Yep.
Get in the bath. So I'm just gonna drop Legal Vices again. And if you haven't subscribed to Legal Vices, please take the opportunity. Just pop across, jump on, like a video. It doesn't matter which one. I'm actually going to bounce through on quite a few of my accounts. Let's bounce through on a couple. Tombi does gaming. And always remember, the best way to subscribe to someone is to jump in, like one of their streams. Let me make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Like one of their streams and then subscribe this way. Because YouTube will detect you as a bot if you don't follow that kind of sequence. Now, they have started playing around with the fact that you've got to be watching their account for 30 seconds before you interact. But as it happens right now, that's not the case. So something that they were thinking about implementing. And so I'm just going to bounce through on my accounts. I'm just going to give them the biggest help I can do. And obviously sharing it out on the stream. Thank you as well, Daily, for reminding me. Any of the content creators that are in the chat, please take Legal Vices account details down and try and push them out on your own channels as and when you can do, guys. It'll be a massive, massive help for them. Subscribe, Ed. There we go. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. And yeah, it just goes to show how things can happen very, very quickly. Yeah. Streamed 4 days ago. And this is the fucking thing. This is the craziness. This was 4 days ago. And he looks in peak manliness of condition. No awareness of anything coming at all. Looking forward to the 100k. And yeah, everybody in chat. Yeah. Bless. Craziness. Crazy. David Morris, how you doing, bro? Ooh, I'm so big. The wife's never said that to me before. Look at the dog. Ain't they cute?
I love to change the subject really quickly.
Yeah, I thought I'd better change the subject really quickly before you started bloody agreeing with me. Especially with having the son in chat, or the son, the daughter, or any of the grandkids in the chat, and we're talking about stuff. Daily as well. Not a problem, Tombi. Watched Jeff since the third days as well. I want this for his family to know how much he was admired and loved. They didn't even know he was a YouTuber. It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. And to have almost 100k subscribers, all in secret as well. Oh, bless him. How you doing, Midget? It's good to see you. Obviously, daily dysfunction. It is good to see you as well. I did see Dadman. Did I see Mrs. Dadman following in? But if Mrs. Dadman, if you're lurking, how you doing? And Dadman Walking says, nice pups. Yes, they are all right when they're in this mood. When Rosie, the smaller one, is in I want to play mood, she annoys the living shit out of everybody in the house, including the older one. The older one's more I'm relaxed, I'm chilled, I'm grown up, I'm a plodder. I'm not too energetic. I like to have my little bit of space, but Rosie's like, fuck your space.
Until she starts shouting.
Yeah.
It's all right.
That was mean. What did you do that for?
because her nose looked dry.
Her nose looked dry, and then you tickled her nose. She got well pissed off of you.
I put my fingers, the backs of my fingers on
Look.
her nose.
She's got well annoyed. She's like, yeah, I'm going to hide my face now.
She's biting her leg now.
Yeah, you started them off.
Her nose is freezing cold.
Yep.
Usually when it looks dry like that, it's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Poppy actually let someone cut her nails at the weekend, which was a relief. So they both had a nail cut. So once we've bathed them, they're all ready for Christmas. And they won't be stinking the house out anymore.
Yep.
What are you looking at?
I am looking at the fact that Starmer is appointing 30 Labour peers to swing the House of Lords in his direction. He's a fucking dickhead. So how many people in the UK have heard that Labour are closing down some councils and grouping some councils together, making super councils? How many people are aware of that in the UK? For the Americans, councils are kind of like local authorities, really, really small local authorities that look after tax and various other things. How many people in the UK? Now, there's a big problem with this. One, they've announced this just before Christmas that a load of people are just about to lose their jobs. But the other thing as well,
daughter-in-law included.
Yeah, and that's our daughter-in-law included. Now, next year was supposed to be local elections for council-run areas. So for all of these councils, the elections were supposed to be next year. It just so happens to be, and this is the very cynical in me talking, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Every single council that is being closed and joined into a big one has seen a massive swing from Labour to Reform, to Nigel Farage's political party. Because Labour's, popularity has crashed. Queer Starmer, two-tier queer steer Starmer, his popularity has crashed so hard, they are very, very, very afraid of all of these councils being voted for the likes of Reform and then even back to Tories. So the cynical in me is the only thing I'm seeing here is they're closing these to make super councils, and they're pushing back the elections in these places by 2 years, knowing full well that if they had their election next year when it was supposed to, they would lose massively.
Yeah, they're gonna. Everybody's had enough.
Yeah. East Rhoda, it's not a secret, I'm actually a member of Reform. I'm all for Nigel Farage. Tories for a long time, but to be honest, the Tories have started to lose their way, and Reform are saying the right things. Reform are saying the right things.
1.5 million within 5 years ruled. That's how many Labour want to build. 1.5 million houses within 5 years.
Yeah, but the thing is that what Labour are doing, they're purchasing and building these houses for the illegal immigrants that are coming across. They're not building them for the UK populace. And the problem is, because these houses are being basically given away, it's pushing the cost up. And then normal Joe UK guy and girl, mum, dad, can't afford to purchase a property in the UK. I mean, what's the average UK
on these new builds? You're looking at a 4-bedroom house being anywhere between 500 and 750,000.
As of August 2024, the average house price in the UK was 293,000. Average.
Yeah.
And a lot of mortgage companies used to have a 3 times your salary. That was the maximum you could borrow. They then doubled it to 6 times your salary. There's various different government schemes, which none of which work, to allow you to get onto the housing ladder easier in sort of the government buys half, you buy half, and then you slowly buy out the government. That doesn't work. I mean, even if you were to say 6 times your salary, you have to be earning greater than 50 grand a year. And there's not many people on above that are going to be able to afford properties. It's freaking disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, these days, if you're a single person, you're lucky if you can afford to buy a 1-bedroom flat.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're really lucky if you can afford to buy a 1-bedroom flat.
Yeah, exactly. Princess Cinnamon Boots, that is so wrong. Your own citizens should come first.
They
exactly
don't.
The same for any country. And you know me, obviously, UK veteran, one of the things that I'm a big, massive advocate for is the armed forces. And our armed forces veterans, why is there a single armed forces veteran, whether it's in the UK, US, or any other developed country in the world? In fact, it doesn't matter whether they're developed or not. Why have we got armed forces veterans sleeping homeless on the street? It should not happen. And time again.
It used to be the case that they had priority housing. So whichever county you decided when you came out that you wanted to move to, that council were legally obliged to house you. You had priority housing. And that was abolished.
In the UK, the number of veterans experiencing homelessness is estimated to be 300 to 400 veterans on the street each year. Up to 4,000 veterans, the number of veterans who require urgent support to find accommodation. 2,110 homeless veteran households, the number of homeless veteran households in England in the 2022 to 2023. So it's increased since then. Now, 3,000 to 4,000 veterans, the number of veterans who were homeless in London each night, according to a 1997 estimate. So obviously that's a bit out of date now. But essentially 3% of people sleeping rough in London are all ex-military.
Yeah.
And it just flies in the face. I mean, the thing is, there's this thing here, and I'm just going to share this on screen. There's this thing called the Armed Forces Covenant, and it came in a few years ago, and there was an opportunity to make this completely enshrined in law. There are dedicated advice and support services for people who have served in the armed forces. The Armed Forces Covenant is a national promise that veterans and their families will be treated fairly in civilian life. The problem is that doesn't happen. The Armed Forces Covenant is a national promise which can be ignored. It can be ignored because it's guidance more than anything. So here we go. Here's what it's all about. So I'm just going to bounce onto this screen. And this is a fucking joke. This is an absolute fucking joke. The Armed Forces Covenant is a promise that together we acknowledge and understand that those who serve or have served in the armed forces and their families, including the bereaved, should be treated with fairness and respect in the communities, economy, and society they serve with their lives. Its two principles are that recognizing the unique obligations of and sacrifices made by the armed forces, those who served in the armed forces, whether regular or reserve, those who have served in the past, their families should face no disadvantage compared to other citizens in the provision of public and commercial services. Special consideration is appropriate in some cases, especially for those who have given most, such as injured and bereaved. You can read about the covenant in depth and the full statement of the covenant and the covenant in the facts. Does it apply to you? Tra-la-la-la-la. What is being done?
Housing and accommodation.
Yeah, but the problem is, because it's not really enshrined in law properly, it means nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It means nothing.
No, whereas at one time it actually did.
Here it goes. The covenant legal duty is a legal obligation on certain public bodies.
Yeah.
Certain.
But
to
that
have
includes
due regard
local
for the
authorities.
principles. Yeah, but this is the wording is the disgusting thing here. To have due regard to the principles.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only a legal obligation to know that these principles exist, not to actually bloody enforce them.
Yeah.
And this is what fucking pissed me off. Who was that blithering fucking idiot? Prime Minister we had.
I don't know, we've had plenty of them.
David Cameron. David Cameron had the opportunity to enshrine this fully in law. And he bottled it because he's a cock. He's absolute fucking wanker. And excuse my language, because when it comes to the armed forces, my language goes terrible. Because they are fucking dickheads. Absolute dickheads. A housing crash is now inevitable, and this is the other reason why we're trying to leave as soon as possible, Abe. Yeah, it is going to crash. And I feel sorry for everybody that's had mortgages in the last 5 years, because the likelihood is a lot of people are going to go into negative equity and they're going to lose their homes.
It makes me laugh. So they want to build all these houses. Now, as Lee would tell you, they've been shutting down half of the sites. So, like the second and third phases, they've been closing them down because they can't sell the houses that are already built.
Yeah.
They can't sell them.
Yeah. The good news is that...
build more?
Yeah, the good news is Ease Roder, Princess Cinema Boots, everybody that's in our chats usually are of the same mindset. Your armed forces veterans definitely should be high on the priority list at any point in time. I'm still a believer in you look after your elderly, you look after your infirm. However much that costs, it's irrelevant. You look after your elderly, you look after your infirm.
Yeah, the ones that genuinely need to be looked after, infirmed.
Yeah, correct.
Because there are plenty out there.
There are plenty of people who just take the fucking piss. There are plenty of people who take the piss out the system.
Yeah.
But the problem is the bureaucracy.
On the sick that should actually be out at work. They're just bloody lazy.
Yeah, but the bureaucracy and the political systems that are in place allow them to get away with it. Mm-hmm. And I hate to pigeonhole people, but if we were to look at number of PIP, so in the UK, there's a personal independence payment that's given to disabled or people suffering from mental illnesses, diseases, you name it, that impacts their daily life. And it's a regular 4-weekly payment to kind of like cover essentials and whatever. I would love to see the figures on the breakdowns of who's receiving it. Age ranges, minority groups.
And I will say that I've actually been entitled to be claiming that for the last 20 years, and I haven't claimed a penny. Legally, I'm entitled to. I can't work.
No. But the thing is, I never wanted you to work anyway.
Yeah. But legally, I could claim it. Even now, I could claim it. But So it's all right, I'm reading.
Princess Cinnamon Boots is 100% correct. There's a difference between a hand up and a hand out. Lots of people on the rolls here. That should not be. Yep. Definitely. I have no problem helping people that need help getting up. No problem at all. No problem at all.
You know, it's like this system where you get the universal credit. It's a top up when you're working. If someone's genuinely working and they need the extra help to keep their family, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah.
You know, it's the difference between the kids eating proper meals and not. It's a bit of extra help with the rent and things like that. That I wholeheartedly agree with. But some of the people that claim can damn well get that off their asses and go to work.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is the thing. There's been too many avenues for people not to work. And that's the frustrating thing. Because the second you give someone the opportunity not to do any work or not put any effort in, they're going to take it.
Yeah, I did
Especially
3
the
jobs.
newer generation. Holy shit.
I did 3 jobs so I could pay the rent and feed the kids.
Yeah.
You know, you do what you have to do.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that would sooner just take the money and just sit on their asses. Mm-hmm. And we see it all the time. We do see it all the time. I'm quite surprised with the house prices have gone up that much.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 20, I was going to buy a house, an ex-miner's cottage in Wales. And it was only like £26,000. It's like 26,000 for.
Oh, well, look at that one we looked at. I mean, it needed about 50,000 spending on it. But it was only 11,000.
Yeah. And in fact, I think there's actually abandoned streets UK. I think there's actually abandoned areas where you can buy a whole row of houses for like 20 grand. And most of them are from our towns and cities close to where we used to have industries. You look at steel mills, coal factory, coal mines, everything. That all got shut down during the Thatcher era and God knows what.
Yeah, that's true, Andy. I needed 3 jobs.
Yes.
Yeah, my shopping bills alone. So I worked it out once, and it had actually worked out that I'd spent over £10,000 in shopping in Tesco's in 1 year.
Yeah. Yep. Hand up, not hand out. East Roader, I turn 40 next month. Aside from 1 year, which I paid my way backdated, I've been in work ever since age of 17. I'm in no position to buy a house. And not many people are. And this is what's wrong in the bloody country. Everyone should have the opportunity of purchasing a home. Might not be perfect, might not be all singing or dancing, but you should have the ability, and everyone should have the right to be able to buy their own house.
And it goes full circle, because if you find an area where the house prices are cheaper, there's either no work or it's low paid work, so you're still back in the same position.
Yeah, you can't afford to purchase the house at that point.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky in as much as I work remotely. So irrespective of where we are, if we were in in part of the country where it's very, very cheap, it really doesn't matter too much to me, because obviously I'm kind of like immune to the local wages because I work remote. Not everyone's in that position, and I fully understand that. But it's still a disgrace that house prices have accelerated beyond wages and beyond local facilities that people can't afford them. It's disgusting.
Yeah, but they're now handing out 30, 40, 50-year mortgages.
They're also handing out lifetime mortgages that pass down to your children.
Yeah.
Imagine purchasing a place. Say, roll back 30 years, 20 years. We buy a place with the proviso that whatever mortgage we get, we're going to hand down to our kids. And say 5-10 years before we even have any kids. How can you saddle children up for debt before they're even thought of or come into the equation?
Yeah.
Fucking craziness.
Yeah.
Craziness. There needs to be
ludicrous.
The housing bubble needs to burst, and it needs to burst everywhere. One of the main contributors to the price of it as well is foreign entities. Foreign entities, companies in different countries. And one of the biggest ones, let's say China. China brought in a rule not so long ago that heavily taxed millionaires and greater. So what were they doing? They were purchasing assets and land in foreign countries to bring their total wealth down on paper by consolidating money into businesses and whatever. And you'll find there's houses all over the country that are owned by companies and corporations that sit there and do nothing at all. They're there just as a cash drop. And let's face it, unless there is a massive crash in terms of housing market, they've made more money on it. They're certainly not losing money.
I don't know what Rosie's been up to, but she looks very sheepish.
No, Poppy's back on the sofa.
Back.
Poppy's just watching Rosie at the minute. She's like, what are you doing, you bitch?
I still can't work out which one of them smells.
No, it's going to be Rosie.
No, I actually think it's Pop.
Probably. Oh, bless him. Tracy Reeves! How you doing, brother? It's good to see you, mate. Look at the size of Rosie's
Tracy.
paws, man. Rosie's paws are huge. She ain't small anymore. Christ. And she's not even 4 months old.
Right.
Freaking insane.
I'll give you some sort of... I mean, I have only got little hands, but... Oh, excuse my funky trousers.
Excuse her butt, too.
Yeah, I've just put that away.
We'll have to get the climbing frame out.
So,
Yeah, I mean, her paw is the same size as Tams's hand.
Yeah.
Poppy's like, stop waving your tail in my face! Look at them both looking at Tam as if to say, what you doing? Poppy's like, I really want to jump on your head. Rosie's like, oh, yes.
Yeah, she's got the
They are
grumps.
sweet. They are sweet. How you doing, Crimson? Oh, God, itchy nose. So, yeah, the last few days I've been cutting up a load of laminate flooring, and just all of the dust and everything has just got into my sinuses and God knows what. And my good God, my throat is sore, my nose is itching. Hate it.
Jamie's coughing.
Yeah.
It's all got on her chest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely not the best of things. And the laminate, holy shit. Now, a lot of laminate is fairly thin. And if you were going down to a local trade store, UK, you could probably pick up laminate, and it's not particularly deep at all. This laminate that she had bought was 12 mil thick. Jesus Christ, it's solid.
There
And do you
was
know the worst thing? Do you know the worst thing? I turned around to the door and said, I think we might need 2 more packs. So her other half and his son go off to buy 2 more packs, only to get those 2 packs back to the house, and then the son proceeds to drop one of the packs and cracks all the fucking edges of one. And I'm like,
Yep.
oh, good God. So special. Bless. But yeah, 12 mil thick. Lee, there was no give in this. There was absolutely no give in this laminate flooring. It looks really, really nice. So we've gone all the way from kitchen, the whole of the living room, into the cupboard, all the way throughout the front door as well, all the way to the stairs. So the whole of downstairs is basically covered now. And there were some arsehole cuts there as well. And of course, I taught the daughter how to use the chop saw as well.
And the jigsaw.
And the jigsaw. So she was quite happy with herself.
Yeah, Crimson, so did we. We did ours.
Yeah.
What was it, about 4 years ago?
Longer.
Was it really?
Yeah, because we bought the house in 2015, and it was paid off 2020. Yeah, no, you are correct. 4 years ago, we paid off.
Yeah.
And we only took out a new mortgage so we could afford the car.
Yeah.
So we just basically took out a house loan to buy the car. So we should be able to crack that through. And I'd say not everyone's in the position, but if you are, definitely do it. If you've got the extra resource coming in, just pay your mortgage off early. Just put as much as you can do on it. So after we've had our USA trip next year, it's definitely one of the things that we're going to be doing each month. I'm just going to put additional lump onto the mortgage to clear it early. Because I want to be in a position, free and clear position, that when we come to look at moving to the States, it is a case of just sell this, move into temporary accommodation whilst we look for somewhere with the money in the bank and say, all right, Joe Blogs, here's money for that house. I want to move in there. Let's go.
Yeah, we did eventually, Andy.
Yeah, it took 7 months, Andy Matthews. It took 7 months to sort it. And I didn't get the correct amount for it, but we just got to the stage where we were just pissed off with the whole bloody thing. They actually gave me $5,000 underneath market value. So I wasn't fucking happy.
Yeah, that went in the account towards the holiday in the end.
Yeah, so basically that's holiday funds now. I mean, the holiday's going to cost a fair arm and a leg. Crimson Shadow says, incoming Yarny raid. Nice.
Might be an elbow and an ear as well. Arm, leg, elbow, ear. It's going to cost a lot.
Oh, yeah. But there's so many good properties out in the States, and yeah.
We keep looking.
Who said Kentucky? Was that Michelle Clark?
Oh, yeah, it might have been, but no. Oh, yes, there are some nice properties with some good land.
Tornadoes.
Yeah.
Tornadoes.
I just, don't want to be the witch out of the Wizard of Oz and end up buried underneath my house.
There are some nice spots though.
Oh yeah, I found a. Oh God, who the dudes that drive the buggies with the black hats and
what?
Mormons?
Amish.
The Amish. That's it.
Fucking Mormons.
Well,
Mormons are
that's
the ones
what we
that
get
just marry all fucking loads of different. I'm getting confused by Daly here. Daly says 2 Canadian dibdobs, birthday dibdobs.
Whose birthday?
Whose birthday is it?
Is it my birthday?
It must be your birthday.
Am I having another birthday?
You are older. You are older. But Daily Dysfunction, thank you very much indeed for the 2 birthday diddles. Why did I press it again? No, it's it's not Mormons, it's morons. Yes.
There was an Amish built house.
Yeah.
And the barn actually looks better than some of the houses we've looked at. Loads of land. I think it was about an 8-bedroom house, and and it was around that price.
But look at this: 315,000, 55 acres. This looks lovely.
I don't mind having a birthday today.
Convert that.
Oh no, the barn was a lot better than that. It was all brick built at the bottom.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about you could take this barn and convert that. That upstairs is a perfect streaming place. Looks lovely. It's got a little pond. It's got some wooded areas. Got some aminals.
And the interesting thing is that the electric was actually laid in. It just wasn't connected.
Yeah. But how picturesque is that? It's like...
Hi, Psychotic.
Psychotic Mongoose. How you doing, bro? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Does that mean it was Daly's birthday today? If it is, happy birthday to you.
Oh, my God, he's singing. Earplugs, everyone, earplugs.
Fuck you, bitch. I don't know why you say earplugs for me singing, because if I sang normally, then you wouldn't need them. You would 100% need them if Tam was singing.
Oh, God, definitely, yeah.
Yes. There is certain pitches. There are certain pitches that only an animal can hear, and Tam can sing them all. I'm fucking well funny, I am. Ugh, look at a creepy doll. Do they... Hold on. On the wall there, do you reckon they all look like strap-ons? That's weird, isn't it? I wonder what's it...
Yeah, please don't zoom into that picture.
I'm really intrigued to see if they literally... Who's watched the first Twisters film when they go into some random building towards the end and there's like loads of weapons and knives and stuff like that hanging up?
They're called knives.
That's the feeling I get from looking at this image of creepy doll.
That looks like a bleeding mobile home.
It does look like a mobile home.
Two mobile homes glued together.
In fact, it is, because it's prefabbed. You can see the joints in the walls. But that, to me, definitely looks like some kind of like sweaty sex dungeon objects on the wall.
Just do not zoom in. Do not want to say.
Yanni! How you doing? And Yanni, in typical fashion, hello, loves. How you doing, Yanni? It's good to see you. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some good ones. Yes. Some really good ones.
And the other thing to bear in mind with that one I just looked at is very, very green.
Well, that don't mean bugger all. That doesn't mean to say a tornado ain't ripped through it.
No.
At some point.
But if something could rip through it, you would see missing trees. Surely. I mean, look. Looks so pretty. Control.
Yeah, room springer.
Vordy's asking me to zoom in. Yeah, we're well past that one now, mate. It doesn't look like there's a building.
Hi, Steve.
How you doing, Steve? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you.
Can we stop looking at houses?
Why? I like looking at houses.
Well, we need one at least 4 times the size of ours just to fit your stuff in.
well, I can move out there and you can stay here. That works. And then my stuff will fit, and then your stuff will fit here. I think that works, doesn't it? Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that was interesting watching them build one of those. We watched YouTube.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
them
We were
building one
watching.
of these.
Yeah, we were watching a YouTube video over the weekend, and they were building a log cabin, or a family was building a log cabin, and they were going top to bottom with it. And the construction is fairly rudimentary, but I mean, it's clean enough.
It's quite
that's-
pretty, actually.
It's a big old space. A proper larder. Look at that.
Yeah,
Nice and green.
I want this one. What, the one that he's looking at?
Yanni. Right, okay. How many people can see the face in the toilet rolls?
Yep,
2 eyes, someone, and a smiley face.
yep.
We call him Shitler. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey,
It's a very
Yanni,
long property.
you didn't see
Hello.
you didn't see Tombi's cup I bought him.
Oh yeah. Let's.
Yanni would appreciate that.
Yanni would appreciate this. Boobs. I love boobies. Boobies are my favourite. They are. True story. True story. I love boobs.
I went into HMV and I was looking around and thought, yep.
Lol. Yeah, Tam bought it for me while she was out with the brother and his missus.
Yeah.
Adam Gray! Bobs. I love Bobs. Bobs are great. Yes. Indeed. But yeah, I mean, it's certainly been busy the last few days. I'm glad to be home. I love seeing the kids. Don't get me wrong. I love seeing the kids. I love seeing the grandkids. And I don't mind obviously going up to see them and just end up working for the entire time I'm up there, which is quite often.
But the worst of it was, while they're laying floor,
Tam
me
was
and the
trapped in
dogs
kitchen.
were, yeah, I was confined to the kitchen.
Yeah, because we couldn't have the dogs in the living room or in the front because of the chop saw. Just
Yeah.
couldn't do it. Plus, Poppy doesn't deal with loud noises. She just says, "No, it's too fucking noisy in here," and then buggers off.
Yep. So I was confined to the kitchen.
But it's probably not a bad thing either, because the last thing I would need is you to have all of the dust on your chest, because you end up with pleurisy.
Yeah.
And that's not something that's very nice over Christmas. Again.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always do, Yanni. And to be honest, this day and age, I should... Well, I bought a load of tools and I actually left them at the daughter's house, as if to say, saves me carrying them up next time for jobs. So I've got spare tools up there. But yeah, normally I would just put a drill in, put my SDS impact drill, put a jigsaw, knee pads, gloves, general tools and stuff like that, because you never know what jobs they're going to end up getting me doing.
Yes, I end up cleaning the kitchen. That was my job.
Yes.
That and doing the washing.
Daily dysfunction with the smoobies. Yes, the smoobies. Hold on. Oh, not that page. This one. Smooth. Or we've got
Fingering is.
Yanni and explaining fingering. Yes.
Oh shit! Fuck ass.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Indeed. Right. Well, we're at the hour, so let's
Yep.
wrap up. Anything? When are we going to play some games this week, Tam?
I don't know.
Saturday's probably going to be our next opportunity.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it will be summer solstice. Winter solstice.
Saturday.
Summer solstice.
Yep. Well, I actually did the girly thing today.
Hold on.
I got my
I'm
nails
going
done.
to blow you up.
Look, I got nails.
Yeah, you can't see them too well, though. That's the only problem. I need to get you a decent... I need to get you the same camera I've got.
They're all sparkly
Oh.
for Christmas.
There's Say.
There's that little Salem.
There's Salem going to cuddle up with Poppy. He's so dark.
Oh, no, he's spotted Mummy.
Yep.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Yeah. Bless him. So 2 T's in the pod. We're going to be back on Thursday. Myself, I'm going to be streaming in a little under half an hour. Going to be carrying on some Path of Exile number 2. So please, if you are free and you want to come and join me on that, just come and join me. I will be in Discord, so any of the usuals, if you want to come and join me in for a chinwag, feel free. And that goes out for you as well, Vord. If you want some company, Vordy, just come and join me, mate.
Oh,
we are
look,
also...
Nerd Takes comes in just as we're going out.
Yeah, Jay, how you doing, brother? We are also going to be back 2000 UK time tomorrow for the Hump Day Chinwag. I think it's episode 34. 34. So that's 2000 UK time, followed by some Baldur's Gate 3 as usual. But guys, thank you very much indeed for coming and keeping us company. We shall be off for now, and I'll be back in a few moments.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Cool.
See you later.
You take care. Bye for now. Bye for now.
Bye.